So within these 15 measures, how can we phrase them? One way is to start with a 4+4 structure. Two small units form a period of 8 measures in total. As for the following 7 measures, we can also divide them into another 4+4. In other words, this connecting measure overlaps between the two phrases right here. See that? This way we have our second 4+4 period. This overlapping measure is very interesting. It gives the entire passage a great sense of flow. Now here's the key point. There's another way to phrase it, which is what Master Lang Lang mentioned in class. The first 4 measures remain the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we can view the entire following 11 measures as a single unit. What does that mean? Well, according to the first method, we had a 4+4 followed by another 4+4. But now it's a 4+11 structure throughout. Let's look at the score and feel it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going now. Ending right here. Because indeed, at the 8th measure, this G note acts as a bridge. In terms of performance, it feels like the previous phrase hasn't ended before a new one immediately begins. And because the following notes are constantly ascending, it creates an emotion of something unfinished, pushing upward and moving forward. This is the brilliance of Clementi's writing here. He didn't strictly follow a perfectly balanced phrase structure. Instead, he made it feel urgent, as if rushing ahead of the beat. This adds a lot of fun to both playing and listening. Let's listen to the flow of these 11 measures once more. Now, let me give you a counterexample by adding a measure between the 8th and 9th measures. Just play some random notes so it can truly become 2 sets of 4+4. That is 16 measures in total instead of just 15 measures. This way, the structure of the entire passage becomes very regular. You can listen again while looking at the score to see the difference. How was it? Doesn't it feel a little bit more rigid now? It's very steady and balanced, but it's lost that agile, flowing feeling. So you see, music is actually very logical. Its expression has a strong sense of structure. It's a lot like our classical Chinese poetry. It has parallelism with an opening line and a closing line. It's a kind of reciprocal beauty that's very rhythmic. Even the number of characters in each line is carefully chosen. It has a very strong sense of rhythm. Even when we write essays, we have to mind the structure and paragraphs, right? What is the main point of each paragraph? What is the whole article trying to convey? There's a logical flow from the beginning to the end. Music is the same. It's definitely not without logic. In fact, the logic of music is extremely rigorous. So if you can grasp these musical logics while you're practicing, then you'll get twice the result with half the effort, right? Now you might ask, what's the basis for phrasing this long string of notes? Where does a phrase begin and where does it end? This question involves quite a lot of knowledge points. It's mainly about the progression of musical harmony. In future lessons, I will slowly, step by step, connect these points with our actual playing. For today, we'll start with a more accessible way to understand the basics of phrasing.